There once was a family who moved to a new house. They were John, the father, Claire, the mother, Alice, Francine, and Harry. The house they moved into was at a very low price, as it was haunted, but they didn't believe in the supernatural, as they always had an explanation for everything. Once they entered the house, they saw it was very old and disorganized. So when they started to settle in, they started to clean everything very deeply. A while after they moved in, weird things started happening, especially with the kids. They started seeing weird shadows following them and whispering something, but they didn't understand. But their parents always said, "It's probably your siblings bothering you," and the wind passing through the windows. But they didn't believe it because there was no one around and the windows were always closed. And Claire had nightmares. First, as she fell asleep, she always felt this cold going through her body. Then, she had the same dream that a car was going to crash her. But then she always was awoken by her scares. And then he realized it was nothing important. But then, a cold night of November, the family started gathering around the fireplace. They all were talking about their new life and how they felt about it. And then they heard a noise from the kitchen. And then everything went pitch black and all screamed. Then all the family fell to the floor, except for John. Then everyone started dreaming about their biggest fear. But this dream was deadly. Alice dreamt that she was in the middle of the woods. She didn't know where she was or where to go, but then she felt rumbling underneath her. There was something coming for her. She started to scream, but she didn't know what to do. Harry started to dream about that he was in a room, but it was filled with spikes. And every second, the room started to close, nearer together. Harry started to plan how he would have to stand so he didn't die. Francine was dreaming about that she was in a dark room and she saw glowing eyes. She didn't know where she was, but then the eyes started to talk and she told her, "Your family never loved you, neither your friends. They will leave you alone and they will never come to help you." And she screamed, "Liars, liars, liars! I know they love me." But then, deep down, she realized that probably no one will find her there. Finally, Claire dreamt the same thing, but then there was a difference. The car passed through her like she was a ghost. Then she heard screams from a big family. She didn't know if it was important, as the nightmares keep recurring. While all of this was happening, John didn't know what to do. He tried to wake them up, but then he saw something in the kitchen, a weird glass he didn't see before, and it said, "Drink me and your family will be saved, but it will have consequences on you." Then he thought for a minute, and then he realized he wanted to sacrifice himself for his family. So he drank it, and his family woke up. He grabbed all of them from the hand and ran towards the car. It was raining, and it was foggy, so he had to have precaution while driving. In the middle of the road, while he was driving to a new town, he saw something in the distance. it was his wife. It was weird, and he didn't realize she was beside him. But then he started to twist and turn so he didn't crash with her wife. But then the car fell off a cliff and almost ran. So he realized he had made a big mistake. It wasn't her wife, it was the thing he drank before. So then he accepted his fate and took his blame. And everybody died. Nobody found his and his family corpses, as it was very far and they didn't know what happened.